So in my last video I was talking about how I haven't really had too many major issues with this car, but I have had a few small issues. So today I'm going to try to fix a couple of those. The first main issue that I'm having with this car is all of these little plastic harness protectors that are like in the engine bay all around are just really brittle. I guess from 15, 16 years of this car existing. As you can see over here on the battery cable, it's starting to fall apart. That plastic sheathing. The main one that's the main issue right now is down here though. This main kind of chassis harness right here, or engine harness, I'm not exactly sure. But as you can see, the plastic sheathing has fallen off completely right there, and it's just like disintegrating. So you see, if you touch it, it literally just falls apart. So yeah, that's really unfortunate, and it's leaving exposed wires in the engine bay pretty close to the exhaust. So I need to go ahead and take care of that real quick. I got a couple things from O'Reilly's to take care of that, so I'll show you what I got. So this is what I got from O'Reilly's right here. I got this Dorman braided wire loom. It's 1/2 inch. I think it'll be thick enough to work for what I need. And I mean, this is better than that like really cheap plastic stuff that was on there. It's probably not, perfect. I probably could have gotten something better on Amazon, but I just really wanted to get this job done today. So yeah, my plan is to go ahead and take all of that plastic stuff off, that really cheap stuff, clean it up, and then hopefully get this on there and zip tie it. I'm mainly just going to be focusing on that main engine harness that's falling apart, and then eventually I'll probably get to the other wires like the battery cable. But so I'm going to go ahead and start taking the stuff off of the car now. Alright, so here's what I'm working with. You can see I got the plastic sheathing off starting from right here, and I took it off. So it's literally just exposed wires now, and it goes all the way down into there. The wire harness, yeah, see, there you go. That piece of the loom is still pretty decent, honestly. It's not really falling apart, so I need to put the new plastic from there to there. So let's go ahead and get that done real quick. Alright, so I just got finished putting this new wiring loom on. It was honestly a little tricky. It's pretty difficult to open up the new wiring loom, but as you can see, I got it from all the way down there where the damage had ended. You could see the old loom where it connects to the new, and I zip tied it right there. I didn't get a super clean cut, that's why it looks crazy right there, but I have it zip tied right there, and then again right here. This one came out a lot cleaner. I used these OEM zip ties that were like right there in order to keep it nice and clean, and then it finishes right there where it connects. So yeah, I mean, overall I'm pretty happy with it. I think I did a pretty decent job. It doesn't have to be permanent. I could maybe get something better from Amazon eventually, but overall I think it's better than what was on there before, and it's not so brittle. It's not just gonna fall apart on contact. So the second issue that I'm having, it's just general maintenance really. It's the clutch fluid right here. So for the whole first year that I had this car, I really did not check the clutch fluid like at all. Any other manual car I've had, you really didn't have to check the clutch fluid. It was just always fine. But I drove this car around for a whole year, and the clutch felt fine, and then finally one day about a month ago it started getting spongier and spongier, less and less pressure. So I went ahead and checked, and it was pretty much bone dry in the reservoir. So I got nervous that I was having a leak, but I added some more .4 to it. I didn't clean it up or anything, and that's why it's still dirty. But it's been doing fine. It's held its fluid level just fine. So I'm not as worried about if I have a leak anymore, but I certainly need to go ahead and get this dirty fluid out, try to clean it up, and you know, try to pump it up a few times, get some new fluid cycled through that. So let me go ahead and grab the turkey baster real quick. Alright, so I went ahead and used the turkey baster to clean out the reservoir. As you can see, it is much cleaner. And this is the paper towel that I just took out. That was all the gunk that was in there. And then right here, yeah, that was the fluid that came out. And that's disgusting. Okay, well, I changed the fluid and it's still clear. So now I'm gonna go pump the clutch like 20 times and see if the fluid comes back dirty. Well, it just sprayed brake fluid everywhere because I didn't put the cap back on. So it turns out that I'm a massive idiot and I didn't put the cap back on while I started pumping the clutch. I honestly didn't think that it would just start squirting out fluid like that. So I made a big, massive mess. I tried my best with a rag to clean off all the brake fluid that I could. Obviously there's still a little bit on the exhaust manifold that'll just have to burn off. But as far as any like puddles of it, I tried to pick up as much as I can. I probably need to go to AutoZone and get a can of brake clean real quick, try to clean up the rest. But so I am going to try that again. I'll go ahead and fill it back up and actually close the cap this time and do what I was gonna do before. Okay, so this time with the master cylinder reservoir closed, I went ahead and pumped it up like 20 times. So let's see how dirty this fluid came out this time. Yeah, as you can see, still pretty dirty. Not quite as dirty as before, but yeah, so it's probably gonna take a few rounds of doing this. So I'm gonna go ahead and repeat this process like 3 or 4 times. Okay, so I repeated that process about 5 times. It is not, I mean, it looks much better. Each time that I took the fluid back out, it got clearer and clearer. It was never perfectly clear, like whenever you add the fluid, like right now. Although it was much clearer. It was just a little bit cloudy, but at least it wasn't coming out black anymore. So, and it would have been much easier without the turkey baster. Honestly, the turkey baster just sucks, but I had to get this done today. So I'll go ahead and order something better off Amazon. But as you can see there, that's the fluid that was coming out, you know. And like I said, towards the end, it wasn't looking like that anymore. It started looking like the new fluid, just a little bit cloudy. So, you know, the clutch pedal has good pressure, so I think that's gonna be good. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean this all up and probably go to AutoZone to buy some brake clean as a little test drive. So, cool. Out here at the AutoZone, parked up next to this nice little 3rd gen. Well, looks like I got it all cleaned up with the brake clean. That's just still brake clean right there. But yeah, I got my mess all cleaned up, so let's go ahead and test out that clutch. Clutch feels pretty good. Well, everything seems to be working just fine. Clutch feels great. So that's a couple little things knocked off the list. I guess that's going to be the end of my video for today. Let me know down in the comments, how often do you have to change the clutch fluid on your Corvette? What type of tool do you use whenever you do it to take out the fluid? And have you ever been an idiot before and squirted clutch fluid everywhere like me? And also let me know if your C6 Corvette is having the same issue where that wiring loom is like disintegrating and you've had to change that. So, I mean, it is a 2010, so it's a 16-year-old car, but anyways, that's gonna be it for today, so I guess I'll see you in the next video.